Hi everyone, welcome to Board of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, and this is the Tier 8 Chinese Premium Tank, the heavy tank, the WZ-111, being driven by one of my clan mates, Fair Dodo, and he's platooned up with his friend, let's call him Killer, from Class Clan. Now traditionally, Balls and Class have had a very healthy rivalry, but obviously some of the players still get on okay and enjoy platooning every now and then. Now the WZ-111 at Tier 8 is, I haven't got one, but I believe it's not a bad heavy tank. It was given out as part of a prize package earlier in the year, I believe, or maybe even late last year, where you had to complete a certain amount of missions and games. I wasn't able to do it due to other commitments, but at the time people appeared to say it wasn't much of a tank. But in this video you'll see Fair Dodo and Killer have a really good game in this Chinese heavy premium tank, make some good credits and pick up a shed load of missions. Now Fair Dodo's gone to one of the usual places that heavy tanks go on Winter Himmelsdorf, which is down at Tank Alley. He conveyed that through the chat to his teammates, and early on it's a little bit of a waiting game, just waiting to see who else is going to pop out down there. And get some early shots. Unfortunately, that shot bounces, but he does the right thing, uses cover to get out of the way of enemy fire, at the same time doing a little bit of a side scraping. It's not, I believe it's not a bad side scraping tank. It's quite similar to the IS-7, I mean the IS-6. The IS-6, the Tier 8 Premium Russian tank, isn't the best at side scraping, but you can still get away with it. And hopefully Fair Dodo's not getting in the way of that Jag Tiger, which has probably got one of the biggest guns in the game. Now, like a lot of higher tier games, there's no great rush at the start of the game. You really want to try to establish where all the enemy are. You can see on the right hand side of the screen a list of all the different enemies, which ones have been spotted. They've all been spotted. They're not all spotted at the moment, but they've all been spotted. And at this stage, Fair Dodo's having a bit of trouble penetrating that E75, and why shouldn't he? It's not an easy tank to penetrate the best of times. When he's a tier higher, it's even harder. So he's resorted to firing HE, because the E75 is side scraping quite well. So he's firing a bit of HE at the moment, which is, it's chipping away at him, but it's not really. It's not really affecting the game at the moment. That wasn't a bad one for 246 damage. So the thing when you're shooting HE, you've got to, RNG plays a bit of a part. You know how much damage you're going to do, because it does do a considerable amount of splash damage sometimes. So if you do get a weak part of the tank, whether that tank's side scraping or not, you can often pull off some damage or kill some of their crew members or damage some of their equipment, and occasionally even set them on fire. You can see that he's landed 6 shots on the mod that I've got on the damage counter on the top left side of the screen, only for 600 damage though, but he's chipping away at the E75, which is their top tier heavy tank. In my opinion, it's the best tank on the enemy side. Maybe not the best player, but definitely the best tank as far as how much damage it can put out compared to how much damage it can take. It's a very bouncy tank, the E75. Anything it comes up against with luck and with that bit of angling, it can bounce any ammunition it comes up against. So Fair Dodo's done the right thing, just trying to chip away at his armour. But now the enemy are at his base, so it's time to take a little bit of defensive action. And in this replay, this is where it all starts to get a little bit exciting. Fair Dodo and Killer's team are down by 3 tanks. They're losing 4-7. They've only got 2 tier 9 tanks left. The enemy have got 3, plus a lot of their heavy hitting tier 8 tank destroyers and heavies. Fair Dodo's still got HE loaded. I'm guessing that's for the light tanks. There's quite a few light tanks getting around his base. And at this stage the game is quite close. He's already racked up 700 damage, but he has taken about the same amount of damage. to his Chinese premium tier 8 tank. They're still down by 2 tanks, and you'll see it takes quite a lot for them to come back. Puts a shot into that tier 9 American medium tank, the T-54E1, which is one of my favourite tanks when I was playing the mediums and grinding that line. And Fair Dodo with his mate Killer, they're both working together really well to try and chip away at that autoloader, the American autoloader. It looks to me like he might be reloading now, so it's time to swamp. And there's a good chance that they're talking on TeamSpeak or Skype or whatever voice communications they're using. They take him out, and that was probably one of the more dangerous tanks in the game. Again, not talking about XVM or anything like that, just it's a tank that can, with its 4-shot autoloader, can really take a lot of damage out of any tank that tank comes up across. Now this stage, Fair Dodo and Killer's team are down by 4 tanks. It's just those two and the IS-5. The IS-5, one of the reward tanks that were one of the Clan Wars reward tanks that was given out not long ago, or purchased not long ago. Looking at the map, looks like the enemy might be starting to try and surround Fair Dodo and Killer and take out their cap, but Fair Dodo kills the E-75, which, as I was talking about earlier, probably one of the better tanks in the game. He's unlucky to bounce that T-34-2, that's the Chinese medium tier 8 tank. And he was unlucky to bounce to not kill him, but he was also lucky not to be killed by him, because at 137 odd health, that any tank left in the game can kill Fair Dodo with 1 shot. Killer is on a fair bit more health than Fair Dodo, so he rightfully goes forward and bounces a couple of more shots. Fair Dodo kills the M103, the tier 9 American tanks. That takes out all of their tier 9 tanks. And now, even though they're still down by a tank, they're looking pretty good. There's only the 2 of them left, but they're working well together. They've already picked up 7 kills between them, and now they're trying to put some damage into these last 2 tank destroyers. That shot from Fair Dodo has taken the RHM, which is the biggest gun left on the enemy side, down to a 1-shot kill for either of them. So they're sticking together. Fair Dodo's backing up now, or he should be backing up now, because he is still a 1-shot. Has a great snapshot of that T-25-2, and his tracks eat the shot from the T-25-2 and somehow bounces the shot of the RFM. It sounded like he bounced it off his turret. Now Fair Dodo knows the RHM's just fired, takes a snapshot, is unlucky not to hit him. He probably hadn't waited till the server reticle, the aiming circle, had shrunk down to a small enough size, but at this point in the game he's a 1-shot for the RHM. He might be a 1-shot for the T-25-2. He doesn't want to be exposing his armour for too long. Unlucky not to take out the T-25-2, but his mate Killer takes him out, and now it's an even match, 2 apiece. And bang! There's his top gun for Fair Dodo. Dodo's taken out the top gun. Killer takes out the artillery, so between them it's 10 kills, a tense win. You can see over just about 3,500 damage by Fair Dodo. And looking at the post-game battle results, a swag of medals, an ace tank up mastery badge, the brawler badge, bruiser badges, and on the right hand side you've got the more valuable medals, if you like. Brothers in Arms for killing 3 tanks each, which, even though they got 9 between them. Steel Wall for all those bounces, Top Gun for 6 kills for Fair Dodo, and the Spartan badge. Look at all those tanks that he's damaged. 8 different tanks that he damaged or killed. And moving on to the second page, which is where the results for the whole team are. Here you can see what the rest of the team done. Fair Dodo, top on damage, kills and experience. Nearly 1,600 base experience. That's with a premium account. But the Spartan, Brothers in Arms, Steel Wall and Top Gun, you can see there on the screen. Killer had an awesome game as well. Nearly 3,000 damage, 4 kills. That's 10 kills between them for 1,150 base experience. And quite a few of the other players. The Jag Tiger, nearly 2,300 damage. That's not a bad effort. The IS-5 did his part. The IS-2, nearly 1,500. Not a bad result for a Tier 9 game for the IS-2. But looking at the results, it's fair to say Fair Dodo and Killer from Class absolutely carried this game. They had a great game, a great result, and they should be proud of it. 10 kills, 10 out of the 15 kills between them. Even though early on their team was down, their team was losing, they stuck together, worked together. They're obviously communicating in some way, although I did see Killer, I think, was typing in the chat, so maybe they didn't have voice communications, but they were definitely communicating with each other and working really well together. Whether or not they use TeamSpeak or not, I don't know. But an awesome result for the both of them. Well done, Fair Dodo and Killer. That was an awesome Platoon replay. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked this replay, feel free to leave a comment down below. I have got a giveaway. If once I hit 100 subscribers, I'll be giving away some golden credits packages, and to whichever videos are more popular and more interesting. And looking at the enemy team, a couple of tanks did close to 3,000 damage. Like that T-34-2 had a pretty good game, but no one else really stood out, and that's why Fair Dodo and Killer were able to carry this game. Looking at the final page of the battle results, he fired 25 shots, Fair Dodo. Only 21 of them hit because I think there were a few blind shots early on, and there's a few unlucky snapshots. 17 of those 21 penetrated. A lot of those shots would have bounced early on off the IS-7, the E-75. 5 shots created splash damage. Again, that would have been those heat rounds. But he did just about 3,500 points of damage. Blocked nearly 4,000 points damage by blocking using his armour and tracks. That's why he got the steel wall. 7 enemy tanks were damaged, 6 killed. A little bit of spotting damage, and you can see a healthy profit. It is a premium tank, and he does run a premium account. 42,000 bottom line profit was that's a good bottom line profit to get. You can see if you had had a normal account, you would have only made 5,000. So that's another reason I always run a premium account. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this replay. I certainly did. Thank you very much, Fair Dodo. All the best in the competition. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment below. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.